So today we're going to learn how to draw like animals or like start learning how to draw animals. I guess before, we go into like very specifics of drawing fur or like sort of details about animals, you need to know like kind of like how to draw the body or like the body proportions of an animal. So we learned before, humans have, certain dimensions or like certain body proportions that you need to take into consideration. It's the same for animals. So we're going to start off with, I guess a dog, right? So let's say, you want to draw a dog and it's facing, I don't know, to the left, right? Its head's facing like this. So the first part of drawing a dog, if you look at any dog or any reference photo, you have the head, right? So in this basic form, the basic shape of a dog, the head is a circle. So you want to draw a circle. And you should draw these, since these are guidelines, very light. But since it's really hard to see, I'm going to draw them very dark for you, but you should draw them very light. So you should have a very loose grip on your pencil. Everyone see that? Yeah, right. Now you have a circle, right? And then next part of the dog that is like really prominent is its chest, right? So you want to take into consideration its chest. So what I like to do, to make it more connected together, I like to draw a line in the middle of the head and make it a diagonal line going down, right? Because that's what a dog's body looks like. It won't look like this, right? So the head would be in diagonal. So I'm gonna erase this. You want to draw a diagonal line kind of down like this. Right, and then you're gonna draw a bigger kind of ovular or circular shape for its chest. So I think, so it's more like, again, I'm gonna draw it very dark. Should be drawing it very light. Like this, this size is good. And then another key part of the dog is its back, or not its back, but it's like the end of the dog, so where the tail attaches. So you want to draw kind of like another ovular or circular shape. So something like this is good, like that, right? This oval isn't like this. It's not standing like straight. It's like kind of in angle because the body ends like this, right, with its tail. So, okay. And then, you have those three big parts. You might want to draw some guidelines for maybe its legs, so maybe 2 straight lines down. It's like that. And then, okay, so we have, the basic body portions. And then you want to go on to now include more details. So, so then you want to draw its back. So you want to connect this circle with this. So you want to connect a line here, but instead of connecting it straight, you want to bend it like that. Draw another line bending like that, right? That creates that back or the end of the dog. And yeah, so that's our basic part. And then let's draw, then you can focus on the head. So so we know that these parts supposed to be connected by the neck, so you can draw 2 lines. I'm gonna draw like this. So you're gonna draw 2 lines connecting them. All right, obviously you can fix this later if you feel that. I'm gonna draw them darker. 2 lines connecting them. And then the reason why I have that circle here is because then you can draw its, let's say, I don't know what it's called, it's like mouth, because its mouth for dogs are usually protruding. So it's really easy for you to just make a line here, extending like this, a line on top, extending like this, and then something like that, right? So you have, the general mouth area. And then maybe, and then for the arms, for the top of the head, you can use a circle again, right? Maybe you can make it small. Obviously, these are just guidelines, so you can change them up. You want to draw its ears. So its ears would probably be in something like In simplest form, the ear looks like a triangle, so you will want to just draw a triangle, right? And then another ear in the back. You have 2 ears for the dog. So you see, we're already seeing the dog having shape, and then obviously you have the back. And obviously, if you look at here, the line is too high for the neck. So that's why you always, you can always use your eraser to erase some of these guidelines and change it if you want. That's what you want to do it lighter. So you can still draw, make the guideline maybe like down more. Okay. And then you have this kind of chest area, right? So you can draw like that. Sorry. And then you can, let's say, the legs, right? So you can start drawing the legs very easily. So the legs, how I look at them. So like this, right? You already have this part, and you can draw another one in the back, like that. And then it's paws. So you can just do circles for now. You obviously do details later. And then for this leg, I don't know if you noticed, but like it's kind of like connected to its body. So you want to draw this kind of arc thing that shows that it's like the thing is connected. A lot of artists, instead of drawing like a direct like leg like this, they like to put this part, like we like to cover it in fur, so like they'll do details like this. So it makes it less distinct, or like it makes it look less like a straight line. So we can obviously do that later, but we're just teaching portions of bodies. Yeah, I'm having a hard time making this. So you should always draw like that. So we have this, and then you have another paw here. And then you always also want to add like dimensions to your leg. So you maybe this side you don't want it to be straight, you can like make it a little bit curved, a little bit protruding, right? And then you then want to connect, I guess, the body of the dog, so something like this, to like extend the body of the dog. And obviously you see here that it's like the dog looks too long. So a thing you can do here is you can just put this part as a tail. So you can just like do this, right? Make something as a tail. And then you're gonna do this. And then you wanna draw another line here, because this is where like kind of the other part of the leg starts, and your leg should be like around the same length as the front legs. So something like this. And then maybe you want to do like this, in the straight line, and you do like another oval shape for this part of the leg. And then it's the same for this, for the back leg. And then if you and then like obviously this is just like, a basic version of like the body of the dog. Obviously change it up for like what kind of dog you want to draw. So, the tail, you can make it go down like this, make it lower. It doesn't really matter. But like just like the thing I just want you to consider is just like, if you have a reference photo, you can always just like see, and you can just always start with these like basic body portions, like drawing the head and then this chest area here, and then the back, and then you can just go into with details. That's like, the basics of how you draw like any kind of figure, whether it's animal or whether it's human. You don't know, you can see that. And obviously, if you don't like how thick how protruding this mouth is, you can always draw it like smaller. And you can go on later with the eyes. Okay. So that's like basically drawing dog. A cat is very similar. How I like to draw a cat, because cats usually have less fur, but like they're usually much smaller than dogs. So a really good way to draw a cat.
Can you draw like slightly bigger so it's easier for
Yeah.
them?
Yeah, I'll draw the cat slightly bigger. It's like very similar to a dog. So a cat, you want to start again with the head. So let me just, let's move it. But you want to start again with the head. So it's an ovular head. Oh, I'm gonna draw this bigger. It's an ovular head. Right, it's an ovular head. And then a really good way for a cat, since it's like much skinnier, or it's since it's much skinnier, is you want to, just put a line here, right? And that's like the neck of the cat. And then you want to make its arching body, or the form. It's kind of like the gesture drawing of its body. So something like this, right? And then again, you see that part, and then you want to draw the chest again. So you're gonna have the ovular or circular shape for the chest. And then circular oversight for the chest. And then for its feet, you might want to put another shape here. And then if its feet, simplest one would be one straight line, and then another down. Right, one straight line, another down, make that darker. It's the same for its back, right? So you want to do it this way, and then another line like this. Oops. Another line like this, one like this, another one like this, and then you can add and so and this would attach, so this would be part of like a attachment, and then you can do a tail. We can always do tail later. So that's like the basic, I guess. I want to say like skeleton-ish, like basics of a cat. Okay. And then you want to start, with again the face. I think that's like the easiest part. So a cat is pretty easy. It's almost like a dog. So you do the head, and then from its head, it's kind of like protruding. Its mouth is protruding. Obviously, the mouth isn't as like, I don't want to say, it doesn't protrude as much as a dog, so it's just a little kind of protruding area. I'm gonna erase this circle so you can see better. Protruding area, and then you want to draw like another area, like that. I don't know what it's called, like something under the mouth. It's like to represent that, like this is actually, it's like nose and this is the mouth, right? Something like under the mouth. And then you want to then do this and then draw its ears. Its ears. And another ear. And obviously the back ear should be smaller, so it's farther away. So the ear should be bigger. And then its eyes, very easy, what we taught. Kind of similar to like humans. This one line is good. And then that. Let's fix that later if you want to here. Okay, and then you want to then connect the body. So if you already have this, you can do this. You can connect the head with this part of the body. And then you can do this neck here, right? Neck connecting with this part of the body. And then its chest starting from here. And then the feet is really easy, or since, you have the basic shape down. So, yeah, I'm gonna erase this part. Feet is really easy since you have the basic shape down. You just gotta follow. Sorry, the feet is super easy. You have shape down, so you just want to do something like this, right? And then make it thicker. Like that. And then it's paused. You can just do a circle for now, or you can just do, you know, right? That's the basic shape. And its back is the same, so it's going to be behind this. So you just do another similar circular thing. And then for its body, you want to extend it. And this part gets a little bit tricky because obviously if you're drawing like a cat's like foot like standing up, right? So you want to consider how this shape, the leg should be like this. Should be this like general shape. And then a circle for its paws, and then the back leg is similar. And then you can draw its tail. Like this. And then you can go over, like, just try to see like the lines you don't like, or if you want to make this cat a little bigger. So obviously I don't really like this leg part. So you want to make it more natural, so you want to do it like this. You can go over, fix the paws, but right now we just have circles. And maybe you want this chest to be bigger. Obviously this is like a closer version of cat. Cats are much smaller, and it's basically like how you draw, I guess. A cat in its like simplest form, but obviously it looks more real or like much three-dimensional once you add like the shading for the fur, change like, or add like shadows, maybe like giving it ears. Okay, and then for, yeah, so that's like, you should just like keep practicing on how to draw like, it's like face of a cat. And obviously you can do like its stripes, that. Okay, so we're gonna move on from the cat over there. We're gonna also try to do like the body of like a horse, because that's like really harder to draw. So, but the thing is, it's like you consider the same things. You want to draw like the most basic form first. So again, we have a circle for the head, an oval shape, a circle for the head. And then you want to have a line instead of directly hitting this, like the center, like the other animals. You want to have a line that's going down like that. And that's going to almost like imitate its neck. And then you're going to want to have connecting to this line a big, long oval. That's going to be like the body. So, wait, you want to put the oval a little bit down here, right? Maybe smaller than that. Oval like that. And then you want to draw a line that cuts straight through the oval, just for you to see that it's like the middle point of the body. And then you want to draw the back, so, or like, yeah, the back of the horse. So you just want to do a general shape. In the bottom here, the back of the horse, it curves down. So that's when you consider general shape, and then the bottom of the horse, like that. Okay, so you have a general shape of a horse. And then what you want to do again, you're going to draw that chest area and then the kind of back area. So 2 oval shapes again. So you want to do and then the back area. See where the pieces coming together. Okay. And then what you want to do after that is you might just want to, you know, add like these 2 indicators for where the legs are going to be. All right. Next thing you're going to do is, well, no, this indicator should be something like this. Should be like going down. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So the next thing you want to do is you want to then draw the legs. So we're going to draw the legs of the horses in 2 parts because it's much easier. You're going to draw it like this. It's almost like a triangle shape, but instead of like the pointy, instead of like having a point, you want to draw a circle instead. I'm going to do it again. So for the back leg, instead of a triangle shape like this going down, you want to draw a circle instead. And then it's going to be the same for this one, and this one's going to be more rectangular. And then another circle. And then another kind of rectangular shape, another circle. And then lastly, you want this another kind of like rectangular shape, right? Going sideways. And then you want to draw this big rectangle block, and that's going to be the hooves. Again, another rectangle like this, and then it's a big rectangular block. Okay, so that's the leg, and you're going to do the same for the back leg. So first thing, this back, it kind of represents like the hind leg. So you have that kind of shape, right? You're going to draw another like this, almost like a triangle, right? It's going small at the top, but then
Steffi, can you slow down a little bit?
Wait, what? Sorry?
Can you like slow down a little bit? They need to, yeah, people are need to catch up. Cool.
So if you, I'll just like do it again, like on the side here. It's like a rectangular kind of shape like this, circle, and a shape like this, circle, and like that, and like a big block for its hooves. Okay. Is everyone okay to continue? Okay. So for the back, it's kind of like the same thing, but I think like, I'm pretty sure like if you look at the anatomy of a horse, if you look at the back of a horse, the legs are usually like bigger. So you want to do the same thing. So it's kind of this triangle shape, right, going down. But instead of the top connecting it together, you want to do a circle. And then you want to do the same, a rectangular shape going down and a circle. Oh wait, and the leg should be like the same kind of length or where it stops. Then the last piece, it's a rectangle, and then you want to draw a bigger rectangle instead of your hooves. Okay, and then the hind leg is the same thing. So the hind legs, you have, so you want to kind of like mimic it like, mimic how it's like the legs are going to be in the back instead of like going to be two front legs. Because a lot of people, like when they draw animals, they mistake the legs and everything is like that. Now obviously you want to, you know, make it look like the legs are at the back and some legs at the front. Okay, so you want to do that same kind of shape, you know, almost like a rectangle, that, and what that is, a circle. And then you want to do another thing and another circle. And then another rectangle and then a bigger rectangle on the bottom. That's going to be the hooves. Make this rectangle smaller. That's like basic horse-like shape. Obviously, we're going to make these bigger or, you know, more look like make it more look like a feet. Okay, and then next you can do, once you're after you're done with the legs, you know, you can start doing like the head or like the ears. Like, yeah, so the head and the neck of the horse. Okay, so you can use this guideline, this kind of like circle you drew before, as that kind of like the chest of the horse, and then right above the chest, you should be like connecting with the neck. So somewhere like here is good. Yeah, somewhere here should be good. Yeah. Okay, and then for the head, or like that long nose in the north of the horse, you want to draw one line outwards, another line outwards, and then you want to connect these. So you don't want to just make it look like a box. Obviously, if you do, it's not going to look realistic. So you kind of want to make it round at the top, or right here. So make it look rounder. So we fix that, and then you can extend this line here. You draw the ears. Ears really easy, you know, it's just 2 triangles. Second triangle. All right, so now we have like the basic body for the horse. You can draw kind of some details. I'm gonna switch to this one. So you can start with kind of the eyes. It's like the eyes could be here, right? If the eyes are there, and you can draw where the kind of head ends. So it can be here. And you kind of like erase some guidelines. You can't really see, go where the head ends. And you can then connect this neck with this body right here, or this chest. So then that means you can erase the inner part. This, right? You want to connect this. And for legs, if it looks very small, you can then make it look a little bit bigger. Just follow the direction you have drawn. So you like how your legs look? You can erase the circles. Right, because the circles are really a really good way to like make the leg look more real, like more dynamic, instead of just drawing legs like straight lines. You can erase those circles. And then let's say that this leg is too, so you want to fix this leg. So the chest, right, would go extend from this area, extend it to this area. So you want to do like this. And you want to curve it up. It's a little bit too low. Right, means this leg, you gotta fix this. You wanna do that. You can do like an outline, and you can do erase circles. You still have that general shape. Of the horse. Obviously, it's really hard for me since I drew so dark to erase, so that's why it's good to have lighter lines. All right, then you can work on this. And the back leg is kind of like, you want to connect it to this part, or connect it to the rest of the body. So you can make this smaller, and this hind leg, you can do that. And then if you like this general shape, you can erase the circles and then draw kind of like your outline of the hooves already. Okay, and it's the same for this leg as well. If you like how this leg looks, you can draw an outline over it. That's going to be your final piece. And you can erase the circles. Maybe this part should be a little bit lower, this hind part. And this part can extend a little more like this. Okay, and then the tail, it's like depends on how you want the tail. You can make it this, maybe like a little less bushy, so like that. And then you have the general kind of body of a horse. Obviously, this could be perfected. Let's say you want to erase these lines. Then keep this. erase this part. Yeah, so just up to you to kind of see what details you want to add on the horse. You also got to remember like this back bends. Or just like up to like a relaxing horse, the back is it goes down. Obviously, you know, for different animals or different poses of animals, the gesture matters. So you might also want to do a gesture drawing. So, you know, if you use arrows, so this would go down like this, and this would be like that. This would go up like that. Legs would go down, this would go down, tail will go down like this. Or you can like you put arrow keys and guide or more guidelines as to like what you want your horse to be. Yeah, so I guess right now we can like start with faces. Sorry. Excuse me. We can start with faces for. Okay, so let's start with faces. I'm gonna erase this part. Yeah, I'm gonna erase that part. So for faces, as we see now, we always start with a oval or circle. So good oval, circle. We're gonna draw a cat because I think that's like very easy. Okay, circle, oval. Then same for any, like with humans, drawing any other animal. You want to split this up using guidelines. So that's split it in half, and then split the bottom to top and in half as well. All right, and then you want to leave like some space here and leave the same amount of space here. So a good way to draw animals is that you always want to assume that their face is symmetrical. Most animals' faces will be symmetrical, so it's like really easy for you to like, you know, draw or figure out, you know, the spaces between each feature or characteristic. So cat's eye, it's very similar to a human's eye, but instead of, you know, a human's eye being kind of like almost like a straight line, a cat's eye almost goes diagonal. So a human eye, you know, looks like that, right? Cat's eye would look like that, and then in the bottom. So the top, so instead of like the top, the start and the bottom or the ends of the eye, almost like a straight line. The start and the end of the eye almost goes like that. It's like almost diagonal. So I'm just trying to see if the head, if it looks kind of not symmetrical. I'm sorry, I'm like drawing at a different angle with the camera. Okay. Yeah. Should be good enough. And then you want to start here, and then you want to draw the eye, right? So you want this. So you want the eye to go up like that. And you can draw a guideline here, right, where the eye stops. And then the bottom Yeah. All right, and it's very similar. You want to do the same thing for the left. Eye up like that. And then it going down. Try to make it as like symmetrical as possible, like the same thing. I can't really see. It's all right. Let's see. Let me fix this part of the head. Okay. And for the pupil, it's very easy. You can just draw like a straight line like that. Line like this. Straight line like that. And then for the head, right, for the ears, you want to leave some space like this. You can draw like triangles. So, here should be kind of symmetrical as well. And then you want to draw the back of the ear. And then the back of this ear as well. And then the inside. Okay. Then you want to draw a smaller circle like this. And then kind of like the same distance from this eye to this middle line, and distance from this line to that line. You want to draw the nose. So the nose would probably be a shape like that's a good general shape of the nose. So let's erase these. Obviously, this is just very basic form without any shading, without like this. And then you want to connect this part with this part. And obviously, like a lot of people do the mistake where they leave that circle there. We're not going to do that later. We're going to, instead of leaving a circle there, we're going to replace it with shading. And then you want to draw a little kind of half circle at the bottom. You can find like the mouth. And that's like, you can, like a general start to drawing cats. Obviously, if you don't like the shape of the head, you can change it. If you don't like the nose, you can change it. Can't really see. Change it. And you can do that. You can add some fur. You can learn more shading of like cats, like the heads later.
They're saying it's kind of hard to see because it's small.
Okay. If do we want to do I want to repeat again, or should I do this next time? We can do it. Okay.
I think we can do it next time. Like we can
Okay.
do like a follow-up because we split humans up into different pieces, right? So we can
Yeah. Yeah, we can do it next time. Does anyone have any questions? And kind of like body shape. I think this selection like that if we want to. So, yes, if you want like more examples, I think like it's really hard to draw at an angle. You can't really see, but here's what I draw before class. I don't know if you can see this, but something like, I don't know if it's clear enough, but I'll bring this closer to the camera. like this is like another good example of like, you have some shading, but it's not that much. You still see the basic of the cat. Okay. If anyone has any questions, I think like that's the end of today. If y'all like, we can like post some like examples of animals or like different poses that animals make, or like so you can like practice drawing them.